Wisconsin Rapids Riverkings and Steele County Blades meeting on this Friday night here on Wisconsin Rapids Community Media, Civic Media, WIRI, and of course on Hockey TV. Let's introduce you to our starting goaltenders in this matchup. First for the visitors, it'll be number 30, Levi Prachis, 6'3", 195, 19-year-old out of Buffalo, Minnesota. On the season, 13-13, one overtime loss and one shootout loss, a 3.42 goals against the average, and a 9.17 save percentage with one shutout on the season. On the other side, for the Wisconsin Rapids Riverkings, it'll be number 29, Bora Yildirim. Yildirim from Praha, Czechia. 19-year-old who stands 6'1", 7'82", on the season, 8-7 and one overtime loss, 3.50 goals against the average, and a 9.13 save percentage. And Mark, I think you touched on it the best. It's about hot starts for the Riverkings. They haven't had any issue getting off to those hot starts over the last couple of weeks.
No, they haven't. They've been able to get that first goal in on every game I've been at anyway. They've been able to get that first goal, and the floodgates kind of opened. Last week, Friday night, they started out a little slow. It was almost 10 minutes into the game, and it was still 0-0, and you weren't quite sure how things were going to go, but the floodgates opened after that.
We are underway. Riverkings moving from left to right across your computer screen or on the radio dial as the puck goes up into the bench. We'll get a quick whistle here. The Riverkings coming off of the weekend sweep with the Minnesota Mullets last weekend here at the Southwood County Rec Center. And last weekend it was one test for the Steele County Blades. They had the luck of drawing the Hudson Havoc, and it was a 3-0 Havoc win in that matchup.
But if I remember right, that game was tied up late.
Safe score, and there's one for Tricarico right away. 36th of the season, 1-0 Riverkings, 21 seconds into the contest.
Gave up a rebound out in front. Tricarico is there to put it away. Good rush up the ice, got shot on goal, and the puck came bouncing right out to Tricarico right in the middle of the slot, and he went stick side and found the back of the net. So you can't start much faster than that.
Just over the face-off dot over to our left-hand side. The Tricarico family is in town. They are watching, and they are very happy early on in this contest. As the Riverkings come back across the line, it'll be taken again by Steele County. Now remember, these games were 2-1, both times out in Owatonna. We didn't see a ton of scoring, and off to a quick start here.
Well, and it's been kind of a weird season this year. I'll let you talk.
Here comes Tricarico again, trying to wave around the defenseman. He gets knocked over the puck in the last moment there by Andrei Mosvitin, the Russian international defenseman. Very important player back on the line for Nick Adamek.
Yeah, this is the second series where they, this spring where they played somebody last October and then didn't play them again until February. It's kind of unusual to have that kind of a break, but
yeah, and this Steele County team is a team that's been up and down. I remember seeing them at the showcases a little earlier on this year, and they were injured, they were sick, but they're pretty much back to full strength now. Got a lot of players in the lineup, and they have played some very good games as of late, including a shootout win over the Minnesota Squatch a couple of weeks ago. Put themselves back in contention. So we had Levi Prachis, and just in case we didn't say that name enough, Alexander Prachis is out on the ice as well. I would assume that's his younger brother, 6'1", 185, also out of Buffalo, Minnesota, number 27.
Yeah, that Squatch team came in here and took 1 out of 2 from the Riverkings a couple of weeks ago.
Steele County putting some pressure on over to our left-hand side. It is Ian Bowman, last week's forward of the week in the USPHL Premier Midwest West, breaking things up, and then Lucas Whitehead grabs the red line and sends into the blade zone.
Good dump, get a change.
Chipped up the wall. Riverkings will hold the zone. It'll be played back at the top of the circle, then knocked away by the Steele County Blades. Are back out of center 2-on-2. Sending in Joey Bunton, third year with the Steele County Blades, wearing number 11 out of Danville, Illinois, 20-year-old player. Wrap back over to the far side corner. The Riverkings try to get it out of their own zone. It'll be held in by Homan, pinching down from the defensive spot. Taken again by the Riverkings. They'll have it out at center, 3-on-3, just across the line. Perdula will take the puck away. And now back out, 3-on-3. Chipped in by Button, giving chase with Vittori. Swung around by Matisse Mayville, the French international back out offense for the Riverkings. Out at center, Griffin Joy breaking through. They'll find him and he'll go one-on-one with Prabula. Getting around Prabula, lost the handle on the puck though. And then a Michigan, and he scores! Griffin Joy! Unbelievable goal! 2-0.
He picked that up from the ice and he carried it over the top of the net, and I don't know if he just dropped it behind the goalie's back.
It's the Michigan, my friend.
Yeah, they did that against Wisconsin.
Unbelievable goal by Griffin Joy. He hasn't scored a ton this year, but he's never going to forget that one.
That was beautiful. And the good hard work to get down into that position. He made a really good through-the-legs pass to himself and got back in there, and I thought he was just going to circle out around, and all of a sudden he picked up the puck and dropped it in.
Dear Dan K Show, you better put that one on Twitter. We need to see that one over and over again, my friends, and maybe call up your buddies at ESPN as well. An incredible goal scored by Griffin Joy.
Definitely worthy of ESPN.
Just his 4th of the year. And now here come the Riverkings back in across the line again. Matt LaJoy got stopped up. LaJoy will get the assist on the 4th of the season from Griffin Joy, and here's LaJoy again. Boy, the Riverkings very crisp passing early on in this contest.
I was just gonna say the Riverkings came ready to play tonight. The coach has them ready to go, and they came mentally prepared and jumped out to a very, very fast start.
We are just past 3 minutes, 3:04 gone. Riverkings have a 2-0 lead. 5-1 the shots on goal. And they are attempting to run Steele County right out of the conversation for that 5th spot. Here they come again. It's LaJoy in alone. Shot it just wide as he was trying to go high to the Walker side.
I think he got a piece of that.
Boy, Steele County needs something as they get back out at center just to try to settle the troops down there. There's a shot from Ward that deflects up and ends up going wide. Riverkings racing back out to neutral. Once again, it's Griffin Joy who just scored that very memorable goal a couple of moments ago. He'll get cut off by Musveton. Rung around, and it's Leppert. Was able to hold the zone. Again, Leppert playing his 150th game as a junior player. You know, a lot of those players get to that 100 marker. That's pretty impressive. 150. Nola Fleur fires a shot and just whistle that one over the top of the net. Coming across the line, this is number 17 for the Riverkings. You're going to have to help me out on this one. That's
Atkins, 26, is working hard in the corner.
Atkins trying to catch up. Who do we got there as 17?
17 is Bagnoli. They call him Bags.
Okay, I don't have that one on my roster. Pardon me, that must be Anthony Bagnoli, Franklin Park, Illinois. 2003 birth year.
He was a mid-year addition, I know that.
Of course, Reese Mills out with a concussion, so Paul Petchman going to have to go a little bit deeper into that lineup as well. Bagnoli getting out there and getting some time on the ice. Riverkings holding the zone. Steele County still unable to get it out as it is swatted at, and now here comes Bagnoli walking in with a shot. That one through the blue paint, going to come back out to the other side. James Dubel down the wall.
His parents are here tonight, too.
Yeah, a lot of parents in town tonight, I noticed, which is always good. And then we're going to be honoring the Billet families tonight as well. Big hit applied there by number 15, Spencer Clark, 6'2", 195. There's some good size on this Steele County squad. You'll notice that throughout the contest as Yildirim just flanks that one out and hangs off.
He had 24 for the Steele County coming in, so he decided to cover that one up. Not give up anything out in front.
Yeah, Brady Rossbach can be a pretty dangerous player. He's number 24. Wisconsin flavor on this roster. Won't see a ton of that throughout these teams, but Rossbach is one of those players coming from New Berlin, Wisconsin, over by Milwaukee. Riverkings trying to play the puck out of their own zone is stopped at the top of the circle. 2 blades in there as well. Rossbach was able to poke it free, but Sebastian Potter comes up with it ahead for Sowell. Rossbach tying up his man is just able to hold the line. Sends it back toward the net mouth where it was knocked aside by Yildirim. Here's Peel. Almost turned that one over, but Potter with that long reach able to get away from Rossbach. The 24s meet just outside of the Steele County line. Blades will send it ahead, but right onto the stick of number 5 of the Riverkings, Braden Medved. Peel fires in. Prachus knocks down. And kind of a tough start here for Prachus. Gave up that rebound on the goal, and then the Griffin Joy goal.
Neither one of those goals he had much of a chance on.
Exactly, and here comes Peel over the line with Tricarico. Feeds it that way. It'll be knocked aside by Prachus. Prachus with the 4th most saves in all of the USPHL coming into today's game. 1,173 on the season.
There's a lot of good talent in this league.
And by the way, the Riverkings saw the goaltender with the most last weekend. That would be Alex Falkenhagen from the Minnesota Mullets. The shot taken, and that one blocker to side.
Steele County tried dumping it in and hit the official skate at the blue line.
Might have a break back the other way. This is Falkovich leading the charge with a shot over the top of the net. Oh, and a couple of players spill back behind the net as Falkovich jumped up and down. Here's Vittori walking in. Save made by Ildirim. Follow-up chance for Button shot. That one just wide. Getting back to his skates in time, that was Capello. He was the one that got spilled, and he's shaken, but able to clear the zone.
Well, he went down to the ice to block the shot, and the Steele County player kind of fell on top of him, and they both went in. He went in backwards into the wall.
Bowman walking through. That one stopped by Prachus. Bowman with 2 goals and 4 assists last weekend against the Mullets. Good weekend for him. And yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on Kupalo there as well. As I see you're taking a look down there, Mark. That's a very important piece of the puzzle for the Riverkings.
Yeah, he's talking to the trainer right now. So
Steele County went into the face of their own zone. They played ahead for Noah LaFleur, who played for West Salem High School.
Over by Lacrosse?
Yes, sir. Leading scorer for the Steele County Blades. Boy, he is very dangerous. You're going to watch out when he gets any kind of an opportunity alone, and short-handed as well. Number 12 wearing the black and orange. Dubo with a pass ahead, and again, the Riverkings able to connect at the line. Falcott had to go off of his skate. He'll try to twist it right back out front. Nice pulled in there by Whitehead, and he'll send it right back down low for Hill. Looks out front for Falcott. Intercepted it now. Here's LaFleur. They just couldn't hit him out at center. We're going to tie up Whitehead. Get a little help there from Ward. Nice stick by Whitehead again. Otherwise, it was 2-on-1 on the way in. And now here's Falkite in alone. Falkite, forehand, backhand, stopped by Prachus. And then he stops the follow-up as well. 2 big saves from Levi Prachus to keep this a 2-0 game.
Those were huge saves. One, he was flat on his back, and he didn't get it up over his pad. He hit him in the pad. So I wasn't sure who that one was. Was that Hill? Or
I think it might have been Bowman on the follow-up.
Or Bowman on the follow-up, yeah.
Well, the Riverkings are not letting the foot off of the pedal. That is for certain. They lead 2-0. Just past 8 minutes going here in the first period. Steele County out at center. They try to get through to Knebel rather. It goes off of Medved, twisted around by Ildirim. Anders Toranger steps up. Toranger, another long-tenured Steele County Blade. Loose at the side of the net. Chopped out a couple of times. Now Ildirim has to make a nice stop as he sprawls out and covers.
Yeah, they had the puck back behind the net, and Ildirim started to slide across, and it came back to his stick side, and he recognized it and dropped his stick down and was able to slam the door in the corner. Otherwise, they were trying to poke it home on kind of a wraparound, but he was equal to the task.
Yeah, Ildirim has been a very important piece in net here for the Riverkings in the second half of the season. They've been getting good goaltending from Ian Tum as well, and those two are heating up at the right time.
Yeah, and I don't see the fan and team favorite down there, Ben Bondrenko. He's not even on the bench, so I hope he's okay.
I think I saw Ben come step up here. Of course, Ben, the player of the game last Friday, got to step into that contest against the Minnesota Mullets late on. Saved everything he saw.
Good work by Joy.
Back out, 2-on-1. LaJoy in with a shot. Save me by Prachus. Rebound chance. It's still loose and eventually knocked off of the doorstep by Anders Toranger. Another rush by the Riverkings, turned away by Steele County, but they are playing with fire, my friend, allowing a lot of odd man rushes early on in this contest.
Yeah, Cooper was on the back door with that one, just couldn't get it on his stick.
Eddie Gusta with a shot. Knebel chases down the rebound, will twist it back down. Gustin another one, throws it through the blue paint, back over to the far side for Knebel. Steele County trying to rev up, and now here come the Riverkings again. Another chance for some numbers. Turns into a 2-on-2 though. Cooper chips for Joy. He got stopped up there by Spencer Clark. Out at center, it's Matej Chech. Chech swings it across for Rosbach. His shot saved by Yildirim and held on to there.
Got it with the glove and just kind of brought it to his chest and said, that's enough of that.
I don't know about you, Mark, but I'm starting to feel like I'm taking a treadmill and going up from 3 to 5 here. I mean, this one's starting to get close to a track meet at this point.
It is. There's a lot of action going end to end. A lot of really good scoring chances on both sides. And
yeah, you'd never believe that the first 2 games between these 2 teams were 2-1 finals, as that one's iced by the Riverkings. We'll get a face-off back down in their zone.
Well, I mean, in October, that's really early in the season, especially with these. The Riverkings, they had not played together. This team was all brand new to this organization. So I'm not sure how many people had Steele County had coming back from last year, but there's still some chemistry that needs to happen, and team building that needs to happen in that early part of the season. So.
It'll be the Riverkings carried across the line, and then they're stopped up there. That is a good point, Mark. And Steele County is actually a squad that returned quite a few players, including a guy by the name of Anders Toranger, who's been a pretty key player for Nick Adamek over the past couple of seasons. Played up at forward and then moved back to defense this year. Skip through the blue paint over to the far side for Chech. He'll play it back down low and hopes for Rosbach.
Good job by Whitehead again on the defense. He has made a couple of really good plays so far. That one he prevented a shot on goal and holding the zone on the other end.
Lost the handle this time though, and it'll be picked up by Steele County. Blades trying to go to work. Foul down low for Rosbach. Look at him use that big body. He throws it right out in front. It was rejected by the Riverkings. Rosbach looking for the intercept. Puck played to the line. And we're going to get an interference call here as McNeish got tripped up.
Switch it to a trip, but I wasn't sure which one it was. He was sitting on the ground. He tripped over his leg, but it would have been a 2-on-1 if he doesn't take the penalty.
Grab bag of penalties. There's 2 in there, pill one out. Whichever. Interference, trip, take the pick. All right, so the Riverkings.
The guys in black and white are right.
Hey, there was no wrong call to make there. Unless they would have called high sticking or something, then probably not correct. Neither one of these 2 teams has scored a playoff goal a power play goal against each other this season. The Riverkings 0 for 5. On the other side, Steele County 0 for 6 through those first 2 games.
So if you're on your knees and you make contact with somebody's head, is it still high sticking?
It depends how high the stick comes up. I don't know. One-timer from Falk guy denied. A big kick save there by Prachis. Not only that, he was able to flash that pad enough to kick it all the way back out to center.
Yeah, no screen in front of that. He saw it all the way, and it was a good hard shot.
Polo ahead for Ian Bowman. A little too hot to handle there, and Rosbach will swing it right back in to River King territory. Brody Ward and Capolo will meet. Polo able to wrestle that one away, give off to Falk guy, and it's Potter in flight. Over to the right-hand side, a little chip around the defender, Moss Veton. Potter trying to come up with it. Moss Veton falls down. Gets a little help there from Torager. Now Moss Veton is able to take the puck. Tries to clear. Comes between the dots. Backhanded to the line. It does come out as Capolo has to settle it down at neutral. Bowman for Hill. Sorry, go ahead, Mark.
No, well, Steele County on that they're really aggressive forecheck here. They had 2 guys deep, and the Riverkings weren't able to take advantage of it.
Shot, save made once again. Prachis starting to look a little bit more confident inside that net after those first 2 goals went in. Now stop at 11 of 13.
Yeah, that was a good shot by Hill. He was right in the middle, got a good centering pass, and slashed the leather and kept this a 2-0 game.
Face off coming up over on the right-hand side of Prachis. It'll be Leppert. Swinging it over to this side for Chikarico. 37 seconds left in the power play for the Riverkings as they try to set up at neutral. End of the line, Peel. Chips around the defender on the backhand. LaJoy down low, swings it to Peel at the circle. Gives to Leppert. Swung to this side for Chikarico. Manning the point. Shot. Save made through traffic by Prachis. Rebound poked back to the line. Leppert was not there, and he'll have to take it back in his own zone. Lepper with a pass ahead, going to be intercepted by Rossbach. Still 11 seconds left on the power play. Rossbach trying to go all the way through traffic. Can't do that. Now Tricarico has it. He got the first goal of this contest just 21 seconds in. Tricarico chipping down low. He'll chase. Taken away there by Prabula. Knocked away at the side of the net, then paddled down. Good job by Prachus to poke it toward the corner. Pass comes through for Tricarico. Couldn't settle it down, though.
Yeah, right in the slot. If he could control that, it was a good shot, but
Alex Prachus throwing it toward the net mouth. It'll be Rossbach back to Prabula with a shot. Save made, and Yildirim been pretty solid back there as well. Not spitting back any rebounds. Makes another stop with 6:59 left in the first.
Steele County did a really good job on that. The Riverkings didn't have a lot of really good looks at the net on that. Not like they had when they were even 5-on-5, so they did a really good job on their penalty kill. Let's see what we come up with here, even strength.
Shot taken, blockered all the way up, and then Yildirim, I love it. Just get that glove up, kind of like a soccer goalie that goes up for the punch, but just take that glove save and hang on to it.
Well, I went baseball. I got it.
There you go.
I don't know that he actually called it because he's the only one out there with a glove, with a catching glove, but he saw that all the way, and he did not want that puck to come down and bounce around in front of the goal.
Not a bad play at all as this one is sent ahead here by LaJoy. Had to be the first one to touch it. He did, then turned it over for Laura Venatius as Ward is just stunning with a handle, and it'll be Laura Venatius out at center again.
That was kind of interesting. LaJoy batted that one with the glove, and it looked, even the Steele County Blade players just kind of backed away from it like nobody wanted to touch it.
I think they probably believed that one of the Riverkings was going to touch it and get that hand pass, but that wasn't the case. Heads up play there by LaJoy. Laura Venatius trying to step through, going to feed it back to the line along wrist. Shot that one just missing the target. They were hoping for a deflection from Ward in front. Here's Mosviten. LaFleur stepping over the wall. Tries to get free. Could not pass it off for Brody Ward. Torrager trying to keep the play alive with that long reach. It bounces around. Riverkings can't clear. And now here's Ward. A shot through traffic. Deflected in front. What a save by Yildirim. Rebound is loose at the dot and picked back up by the Riverkings.
Yeah, that puck sat there in the slot, and no Steele County player there to put it in the back of the net. So the Riverkings got fortunate there.
Blades trying to push back down 2-0. Out at center, this one will be sent in by Peel. It'll go all the way down. Prachus had to play the puck as it was on net. Breakout over to the far side by the Blades. Going to go all the way down. Yildirim comes out to play the puck. It'll be wrapped back ahead for Tricarico. Knocked away from him. Eventually Peel on the take. Will pass ahead for Tricarico. He gets a touch on it. He'll have to chase the puck into the corner. Met there by Home and a couple of big bodies colliding. Tricarico trying to fight free. The Blades come up with it again. Pass almost intercepted. Grabula is there. He'll send one in. Bit of a sinker knocked down by Yildirim. Attempted centering pass knocked away. Capolo can't get it clear. It's Volkovich in front. A couple of cracks at it. And the save made by Yildirim. Back to the line. Rossbach, wrist shot. Save made by Yildirim again. Now Prabula steps up again. Steele County buzzing a little bit here with 4:45 left in the first.
Yeah, they've stepped up the energy in the offensive zone, that's for sure. They're had the better of the chances here lately, but are unable to capitalize.
Out of the circle, Volkovich trying to come out with it. Prabula lost the handle. Now Capello back behind his own net.
Good to see him back out on the ice.
Long pass ahead for Peel, just deflected off target. Now it'll be Prachus coming out to play the puck. Almost lost the handle, and indeed it is Tricarico knocking it free. One of the Blades losing their stick, played back toward the bench, and eventually all the way back down into Riverking territory where Mayville will just flip that one up and out of play. In the NHL, that's a penalty.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was looking for him to go cross ice on that, and he was just trying to dump it back off the glass, got it a little too high.
Not a bad play, though, as you mentioned NHL, that's a penalty. Here it is not. It just means that the Riverkings can't change. But there was a lot of pressure coming right into that zone. It'll be a face-off to the right-hand side of the goaltender, Yildirim, who makes a poke check, and we get a whistle here. Net off the moorings? Yes, far side post.
Okay, far, yeah. Mayville stood, kind of lost sight of that puck, and it was sitting out there in front. And was able to gather it and get control of it, but not sure how the net came off the moorings.
Face off with 4:05 left here in the period. Rung back over to the far side. Tricarico trying to golf it back out to center. Then it's swatted off his stick, but picked up by Capolo. His pass
nice
ahead.
Pass.
He did find Falkide, who just lost the handle. Falkide will feed the point. Mayville hurries a shot on that. Stopped on the way. Nifty pass back by Tyler Hadfield, and it's Chech with a little space to work up the near side. Chech tried to drop it back. Only Bowman was there, though, for the Riverkings. Rossbach has to go back out to center to retrieve the puck. Will feed over to the far side where it's hammered in by Chech. 3:32 left here in the first period. Riverkings leading 2-0. Steele County needing a victory to keep their hopes alive for 5th in the division.
Well, the Riverkings must have seen something on film or something with the... Well, go ahead.
As a shot taken at the save made through traffic by Yildirim as Moss-Veton tries this step free. Now Moss-Veton backhander save made once again. And the rebound picked up by Capolo as he tries to feed it back out to center. Nice. Takes a fortunate bounce onto the stick of Falkide. 2-on-2 with Hill. Falkide takes a hit. Hill through traffic. Lost the handle. Steele County starting to pick up the physicality in the game here. And another hit there by Hill. Back to your point about seeing something on video, Mark.
Well, with the lead passes out of the zone, I mean, you've got to be sharp and get them tape to tape. But they've had a number of opportunities going from their zone, hitting guys at the blue line, and that's what's led to the 2-goal lead right now. So
I have heard some coaches discuss how Steele County plays a very, very tight system. And if you can somehow find your way through that system and break that system, that is the key to victory. They said Steele County has a system. They play it better than anybody does in the league, and it confuses a lot of teams, but some teams have found ways to get through it, so maybe they've seen it on tape. The Riverkings doing a little bit of homework before the contest. Obviously, got off to the fast start here with 2:19 left in the period. They still lead 2-0. Another shot through traffic and another save made by Prachis.
Steele County's equaled the shots on goal. The Riverkings had a pretty good advantage there for a little while, but the tide has turned.
McNeish down low for Magnoli. It's taken away, and now here comes Lorvanatius, revved up through center again. Dropped off the floor one-timer. He's got a dangerous one-timer, too. They have to watch out for that, but this time off target. Chipped ahead for Atkins. Knocked off of his stick. Atkins will pick it back up. Falls down. And now back the other way for Steele County. We've been doing a lot of teeter-tottering here in the first period. Back and forth we go once again. Turnover to Rossbach. His shot didn't make it through. It was blocked by Capolo. Now loose at the side of the net. Yildirim does not have it covered and eventually locates the puck and gets the blocker open.
Yeah, he was keeping an eye on that. They just are hammering away at it. He's not giving up a lot of rebounds right now. The ones that have been out in front of the net have not had a Steele County player there to do anything with it. So
shots 16 aside. The Steele County Blades have really picked up there. At one point it was 13-7 Riverkings.
And there's no shot on goal there because the puck was actually on the side of the net. So
here are the Blades out at center again, going to pass it ahead for Rossbach, right into the stick of Leperto. And poke free, it'll be Clark trying to chase it down. I'm going to have a little bit of trivia for you a little bit later on, Mark, at the end of the period. And it might not be the easiest, but you're going to have a 1 in 9 chance of getting it right.
Sweet. Better than most of my odds.
And actually maybe 1 in 8 would be a little bit easier. Here's Chech with a shot, trying to get that one on target. How about that Tricarico, the forward back on the fence, taking the chance away.
Taking the chance away and came up with a good block. The puck never went on net.
Down into the final 39 seconds of the period. Riverkings leading 2-0 out of center. Rossbach can get free. It's a good stick there by Capolo, and he'll poke the puck in.
He's got a long reach.
And we talked about all of the offense, but how about the defensive upside of number 4 as well? Been very important for the Riverkings. Bowman, edged out of the puck by Torauger. Moss-Veton is there to help out. And here comes Moss-Veton. Maybe one final rush coming up here for Steele County. A dozen seconds left. Moss feet with a shot in the glove save made by Yildirim. That one was labeled for the far corner.
And Yildirim was equal to the task. So you said Steele County's got one rush, and they've got the offensive zone face-off here now. So Riverkings want to not give up anything late in the period here. They want to take care of business, get this one to the locker room at 2-0.
7.5 seconds left in the period. Tied up right at the dot. Good job by Falkite. Probula with a shot off of the shin pad of Bowman. And that will do it. Welcome back, everyone. Just about set to begin the second period of play here from the Southwood County Rec Center. Is a 2-0 Wisconsin Rapids Riverkings lead over the Steele County Blades in a very important matchup with some playoff implications. My name is Matt Panier, joined by Mark Lochner. And Mark, let's talk a little bit about those playoff implications. We said Steele County needs to win both of these games. They need a little bit of help as well. One of those games would be happening right now. The Minnesota Moose and the Isanti Outlaws is a 2-0 lead for the Moose. So some good news there for Steele County, but the bad news is they had a tough start to the first period, settled down a little bit after that goal at 2:37 from Griffin Joy. But even though they picked steam up, that guy by the name of Bori Yildirim was there to stop 17 shots in the first period.
Yeah, he really earned his keep in the second half of that period, because that was almost a tale of two halves again, where the Riverkings really controlled the first half and the Steele County picked it up in the last 10 minutes. So we'll see how things come out here in the second period. You'd like to maintain that momentum if you're Steele County, but the Riverkings have to make sure they stem the tide and take care of business. It doesn't feel like a 2-0 game right now. It does not feel like a 2-0 game. It feels like it's 0-0, and you got to take care of business.
Well, if it is any good news for the Riverkings, as we're back underway here in the second period, the Riverkings did not score a first period goal in those two games against Steele County to start the season, but they did all of their damage in the second and third period. So if they can keep that going, they should be in pretty good shape as the puck is shot out of play in the Steele County zone.
Well, Steele County changed up their defense there a little bit. They had three guys back. They tried hitting Tricarico with that long lead pass at the blue line, and Steele County deflected that. They had three guys around him. Now, whether that was just because it was Tricarico or I'm not sure.
Here's Laura Venatius going to throw that one through the blue paint as he was looking for Brody Ward in front. And now the Riverkings are back out at center now, moving from right to left here in period number 2.
Yeah, Ward was there in the slot. He just couldn't connect on the pass.
That one takes a friendly bounce for the Riverkings. Fed to Tricarico, who shoots it over the top of the net. Took a deflection, so the faceoff will stay inside.
Could not quite get that one settled down. I think it was I don't know if he rushed it just a little bit, but I think he had a little more time than he thought there to settle that one down. But we'll take the offensive zone face-off and go from there.
Tricarico, who scored the opener, is 36th of the season at 21 seconds in. It's the difference right now, plus the insurance goal from Griffin Joy. As Matej Cech will pick up the puck in his own zone and get back to Andre Bosvitan, swung it across over to the far side. Out at center, Brady Rosbach looking to get around Peel. He'll push the puck past Capello. Alexander Precious trying to get the puck free. Rosbach on the take. Tries a shot deflected just over the top of the net. Nifty little deflection at the side there by Precious.
Yeah, good deflection, just wasn't quite on net.
Riverkings have it again, almost turned it over to Matej Cech, but it'll be taken out at center by Sebastian Potter, steaming down the near side. Potter had his pocket pick. Back-handed attempt from Leopard is stopped.
I think that surprised that Steel Blade player because that was like right in his wheelhouse.
Tricarico changing the angle, got the shot off. Shoot that one, his body was twisted. It was facing the wrong direction. Still somehow got a pretty good shot off though. Cech chased by Potter, flushed all the way back behind the net, tries to feed it up the wall. Alexander Precious able to get it back out to center where it's flagged down by Ian Bowman. Bowman chips past Tolronger. Tolrager will stop the puck up and then kicks it free. Nifty little play back there out of the stick of Eddie Gustin. We can see Steele County now, Mark. They've got some players hanging out at neutral, and they might try to do what the Riverkings did in the first period with those stretch passes. We'll see if it pays off. Backhander, save made, rebound chance. Stuffed at the side of the net, but then it's at the side of the net. Poke free, still loose. Another shot at it. There's a shot from Hill that got blocked. A couple of chances right in front for the Riverkings. They'll hold the zone as well. Almost found Bowman loose down low. Here's Hill in front. Falkai deflected, score! Ian Bowman at the side of the net. 3-0 Riverkings.
Beautiful passing, good patience, able to put that one again, all 3 goals. Lauren Chavis.
Laura Venatius. Don't worry, that is a tongue twister.
He has not had a chance on the 3 goals that have been scored. He's been equal to the task to everything else. That was beautiful work at the blue line to hold that zone, and the Riverkings did a really good job. And you were talking about it. Steele County was trying to leak people out and do what the Riverkings did in the first period, and I think it just bit them there.
Tenacious work at the blue line by the Riverkings to hold that play onside. There's a shot from Button, sails over the top of the net as the Steele County Blades try to get that one right back. 8th of the season from Bowman, 20th point in just 12 games. Make that 13 games, pardon me. Riverkings up the wall will be taken away by Steele County. Turnover again, and it's Bowman with a shot in the glove, save made by Prachus. As that one was headed toward the far side post, he took no chances of that one going wide.
Yeah, Steele County's trying to get the puck out of their defensive zone, and the Riverkings are just knocking everything down. They're not even letting them get the neutral ice, and Steele County's releasing people, and it's giving up some really good chances for the Riverkings.
That they are. They're in desperate need of some offense now, trailing 3-0. 16:40 left here in the second. Can't hit that panic button just yet, though. Still plenty of hockey remaining. But the Riverkings have certainly shown the offensive prowess early on in this one. He played back around, and here's Bowman. Centering pass comes all the way back to Leppert. He'll pick it up at neutral. Deflected off of a stick, and here are the Blades. Noah LaFleur. Backhands one, was hoping for Ward to catch up to it. He was unable to, and it's sent back into Steele County territory. No icing going to be called as Bowman and Homan meet back behind. It's another one of those tongue twisters as this one goes all the way back down for Yildirim. Rung around, intercepted by LaFleur. He wanted to twist it out front. He had some help there, but Kupalo would not allow the puck to get out.
Yeah, I think the Riverkings must have been trying to change because there were 3 Steele County players in the zone and only 1 Riverking for a little bit.
Where Venatius decides to fire a shot, goes on to the heel of the hand of Yildirim. Nice play out at center by Perdula, but now it's a 3-on-1 as Cooper picks up the puck. He'll swing it across for LaJoy. A little too much on that one as it comes back to the line. Leppert on the shot, sails over the top of the net, rebound. Almost came back out front. Picked up by Cooper. Centering pass. It'll be Leppert again. His shot save made by Prachus. And he covers up. And again, the Riverkings force the Blades to scramble a bit in their own zone.
Yeah, they're a couple of bounces too, though. The Riverkings, it bounces off of a skate, and all of a sudden it's finding the Riverkings players, and it's not finding the Steele County players.
Got to credit the Riverkings for being in good position throughout this one so far. Here's Brady Rossbach, the offensive zone. Alexander Prach is trying to send it back to him. He'll get it right back and then throw it out front. They were trying to hit Matej Chech, but the puck goes all the way back into Steele County territory, rather. The Blades pick it up in their defensive zone. Chech again, pass to an open wing on the far side. Nobody was there. Kilolo will go back. No icing call, though, and he'll be met by Rossbach. Here's Alex Prachus. Going to wheel around. Prachus shot. Looking for a deflection. Didn't get one. Chech on the take. Prachus hurries one back toward the net mouth. Rossbach twists one. Rebound chance. And shoved off of the doorstep. The combination of LaJoy and Kupalo made sure that one didn't go into the empty net after the save was made by Yildirim. LaJoy down the near side. Into the offensive zone in the corner. Feeds it for Griffin Joy. Could he do it again? No. He's trying to pass it right back out in front. And it was rejected at the doorstep. Puck went through the wickets on Leppert. He'll have to give chase. Played it off of the wall. Picked back up by Moss Veton. Had to wait as Precious tags up. And here's Moss Veton. Back behind. Off of the skate of Button in front. Was waiting right on the doorstep. Jackson Stiles out at center. Mid-season addition to the Steele County Blades side.
He did a good job. He was on one knee, and he did a good job because if he doesn't hold that puck there, it's an odd man rush for the Riverkings.
And again, we're starting to see the pace pick up just a little bit as that one goes offside. 6 minutes and 8 seconds into this period. Now a 3-0 River King lead. If this result holds, Steele County cannot finish any better than 6th.
I've got to see if my computer is updating here because it still says 19:44 left in the second. And that Moose is Minnesota and Isanti.
Let's see. Maybe I got that magic laptop here today.
Yeah.
I got the same thing.
Okay, so no update on that one yet.
Yeah, the only other contest I'm seeing too is Hudson's got a 1-0 lead over the Minnesota Mullets after 1.
Yeah, those are the only 3 games that I see here in the Midwest West tonight.
Ducks and Blue Ox as well as the Squatch idle this evening. As this is passed back to the line, it'll be taken across by Vittori. Got a little nervous there. He delayed. That could have been an offside. That's one of my big pet peeves is stick handling right before that blue line. You'll hear me talk about that from time to time. Here comes Reese Atkins. Owen Atkins. Thinking of that other team I announced for. This one will come back. I was going to say
that name sounded familiar.
Yes, sir. Dell's Ducks. Reese Atkins with a game winner against the Minnesota Blue Ox last week on Friday night. They call them Hot Wheels. So that one is deflected, and the net was off of the moorings. Yildirim just says, hey, see? As he lifts it up and then puts it right back on the moorings after the whistle. I don't know what's going on. Rowdy's up here by the broadcast area, or at least he was. Now he's taking a walk down.
After candy.
Oh, Rowdy came up for candy. All right. I didn't know that. What kind of, is that a musky? What is Rowdy?
Let's run with walleye.
All right. I don't know that they like candy, but I can tell you what they don't like. Pretty much everything I throw in the water to try to catch them. That one is played back into the corner. Those are tricky fish, man. We went out ice fishing last week and not a bite last Sunday. But at least I learned how to skate in snowmobile boots. Here is a pass back ahead, which is touched on by Noah LaFleur, spun back by Kuplo. He'll play it back to the line. The Riverkings trying to get back out to center, eventually do, and it's Potter on the take with a swing across for Leppert. Shot, took a deflection off of the stick of Ward and ended up going wide.
I'm surprised you weren't almost floating last Sunday because it was pretty.
Oh, there was a
lot of water.
There was we got a couple of players tied up back behind Tricarico and Homan. Yeah, it was pure ice over the lake. There was no snow, and Tricarico's going to go. Remember, he and Holman were just tied up. Tricarico was a little upset, gave the shove to Holman after the icing, and it's going to be a roughing call.
That is not a smart penalty.
That's going to be a tough one for the Riverkings because that will put Steele County on the power play, give them a chance to get back in this contest. And number 12 takes the penalty at 12-12 remaining in the second period.
Yeah, Steele County on the season is, their away power plays 18.39%, 16 out of 87. So,
yeah, we'll see. And as I mentioned a little earlier, neither one of these two teams scoring a power play goal against each other earlier on this season. And here comes Bagnoli across the line with Joy. Short-handed attempt. Pass was not on target, and it's Rossbach trying to set back up. On the take, Eddie Gustin. Gustin will pass off for Brody Ward, working the far side. Got Rossbach and Olafleur. Floor will man the point with a shot. Sails that one over the top of the net. Got to be very careful, as he's got a pretty hot shot back from that blue line. Gustin trying to hold the zone. Leppert looking to muscle him off of it. Gustin swinging it across. Yildirim sees the puck. Could not cover though, and here's Ward.
Good job by Yildirim getting back in net.
And a good job by Kuplo too to make sure that Ward couldn't get free. Here's Rossbach. Puck comes out. A minute 13 left in the power play. He'll spin back at the top of the circle where he's watched by 2. Passes back to LaFleur. Gives to the circle over the far side and Ward. He'll twist it down for Eddie Gustin. Watched by Leppert. Leppert going to try to give him a shove. Ends up knocking him off the puck for a moment. Gustin comes back up with it though. Thinks about stepping free. Passes across. Just missed Chech. Chech through the mixer. A big save by Yildirim. And that one was important as he kicked it away from traffic. There were 2 blades right out front as well.
I'm almost wondering if that wasn't a pass and he got his pad out far enough to deflect the pass.
May have been. He read it well as the Blades look to set up again. 30 seconds left in the power play. LaFleur is still out. He'll step back. He's got Prabula. War of an Ace is manning the point. Another shot took a deflection as Kupalo and Joey Bunton were scrapping in front, and the puck got cleared by the Riverkings. Mosvitan on the take, rings it around. Knebel will step up at the circle, holds the puck in. Sent back out again by the Riverkings, and that should do it indeed. As the final 3 seconds tick off the penalty to Tricarico, and no damage done by Steele County. Blades will send a long one in, shut up at the top of the net, where Lord of Anatius tries to settle it down, and again it's Whitehead on him. Whitehead has been a force defensively in this game, kicking the puck free. Almost turned over just inside the line. Prabula is there. He'll send it to the line. It went off of the tummy of Whitehead, and then trying to weave through was Knebel, but he couldn't get through.
There's one of those bouncing pucks going the Riverkings' way again.
Here's Falkide in over the line, looking to drop it off. Falkovich knocks it away. Cooper had it knocked away. Dubel finally deposits the puck down low. Riverkings still in possession. Bowman dishes for Falkide. Intercepted in the corner, knocked away by Bowman. Played back ahead for Vittori. Through the skates of Daly, he'll try to chase it down. Medved got to it first. He got tied up. Now loose at the side of the net, went off of the side of the net, still loose in the paint, and finally Yildirim puts the paw down and gets the whistle.
Yeah, I think it actually hit the post. Yildirim had it sealed. You could hear it hit the post, but it just trickled out in front of him and sat in the blue paint. Another one of those where the Blades had a player there, but it just didn't find his stick.
I'll tell you what, despite some of those pucks getting near and open, I'm starting to feel Yildirim is really tracking that puck well. There's a lot of traffic in front. It seems to be dying in some weird spots right in front of him, just outside of the blue paint, in the blue paint. But Yildirim seems to be pretty keen about where that puck has been and jumping on top of it in good, quick time.
And there was that one in the first period where the puck was going one way around the...
Oh, look at that. He's going to try to play the puck, too. Yildirim certainly starting to feel the confidence. The Riverkings in their own end will pass across over to the far side. Bowman is out at center, poked away by Jackson Stiles, right under the stick of Medved, though. Then he turns it over, and we're going to whistle for an offside against the Riverkings.
So I'll go now that there's quick before the action starts up again. Yildirim, they had that one where he was tracking to his left, and then the puck came back to his right, and he just got you talked about him knowing where the puck is, not just tracking it, but just almost an instinct as to where the puck is going or where it's going to be.
He has played well so far, stopping all 22 that have been sent his way. His team leads 3-0. Picked up at center, in flight, across the line. That is Spencer Clark. The defenseman trying to activate, carries into the corner, looking for a little bit of help. 3 Riverkings there. Eventually to the line and out, and here's Alexander Prachis sending the puck in. Riverkings will play him back around. Kupalo and Leppert out on the ice. Prachis forcing the turnover. Threw it in front for Rossbach, and the pass was just off target.
Just missed. Just couldn't get it on tape again.
Here's Bowman. Pass on for Falkide. Unable to settle it down. He'll toss it toward the corner. Bowman and Clark will meet. Falkide rips the puck away, plays back to the line. Knebel trying to dish it off, and there's Hill right in front for Bowman, who shot it over the top of the net, not a play.
Ooh, I'm not sure if
I'm not sure if you can hear, but the Steele County bench not too pleased with the touch pass from Adam Knebel in his own zone, and it developed as a pretty high-quality scoring chance for the Riverkings. Can't do that. Got to play the puck out. Got to be sure.
Yeah, especially when you're down 3-0. You don't ever want to do it, but when you're trying to generate offensive, they have waved off a lot of icings tonight.
They really have. I'm going to go ahead and agree with you on that one. It seems like that has helped keep the pace pretty high in this one, too. There's Leppert off of the netting and out of play with 7:24 left in the period.
Which in this situation, I would say benefits the Riverkings. And clock keeps running. You're up 3-0. Faster the clock gets to 0, the better off you're going to be.
Absolutely. And feels like Steele County needs something here in a hurry as Daly ties up his man. That was LaJoy trying to get out. Big hit applied in the corner there on Knebel. Daly giving chase, but the Riverkings are back out at center. Griffin Joy tied up at neutral, gives across for Cooper. Dishes back, LaJoy's shot got blocked. Leppert looking to pinch in. Tupelo was able to man the point down the far side and keep the play alive. Riverkings have it again. Fed back to the line. Good little shot. Save made by Prachus, and he'll just hang off.
I'm with you. You said it in the first period. The Riverkings passing, it just seems sharper tonight.
It's crisp today. It is absolutely crisp.
They are going tape to tape, and I mean, as they're moving, it doesn't matter, forward, backward, between the legs to themselves, they're just, everything seems to be clicking right now.
Well, Harlem Globetrotter type action out there. Here's Falkovich. And again, Whitehead makes a nice play, pinching up that time, tied up the stick of Falkovich, which will allow the Riverkings to hold the zone. As Cooper tries to spin free. Up on the wall, Vittori. Laura Venatius looks for a little bit of help. He'll find Falkovich, but turned over at the River King line. Here's Cooper at the red, sitting ahead, and once again right under the stick of Griffin Joy. He got met by Jackson Stiles behind. Eventually picked up by LaJoy, trying to swing it out front. Going to come all the way back to Whitehead. He'll throw it to the slot. Cooper with a turnaround shot and a save made. It's held on to by Prachus.
Good job by Whitehead at holding the zone again and it created another scoring chance.
I'll tell you,
Ben Bondrenko just waved at us. He's up here in the...
Oh, there he is. Good to see Ben. Hey, Ben, how's it going? I'm going to tell you, I think a little bit later on, when they give out those 3 stars of the game, I hope they're already considering Lucas Whitehead for one of those. He has played maybe a bit under the radar. A very good contest back at the blue line so far for the Riverkings.
Yes, I was thinking the exact same thing. Another good save by Yildirim.
Yeah, Yildirim flashing the glove on that particular stop with 6:03 remaining in the period.
Shots are even.
23 aside. Yildirim has not been spelled. On the other side, Prachus has been tarnished 3 times.
But again, I'll say it. The 3 goals were goals that he really did not have any kind of a chance on.
Yeah, aside from maybe spitting back that rebound on the first one, I'm sure he probably would have liked that one back, but I'll agree with you on the other 2. Not much of a chance.
Yeah, giving up the rebound initially, but when,
not much you can do after that.
Yeah, after that it's...
Here's Laura Venatius out at center. It'll be pushed back into a zone where Steele County will just lift it right to Leppert inside his blue line, and he'll find Atkins somehow. Again, a beautiful stretch pass, so the Riverkings were able to create a chance, but Atkins couldn't pull the trigger on a shot. Here's Noah LaFleur, one-on-one with Leppert. He'll try a shot, the save made by Yildirim. A nice stop there. Yildirim able to get the blocker on it. Osveton tossing down the wall, intercepted by the Riverkings. Atkins cannot clear. Leppert swings over to Kupalo. He'll find Sowell out at center. He comes with Potter as the trailer, drops it back. Potter tried to kick it free, lost the handle. To the line, Kupalo able to hold in. Kupalo.
We're going to get a penalty on the Steele County slashing.
Yeah, you can see Kupalo kind of got thrown off balance as he was trying to play the puck off of the wall, and it looks like it was Noah LaFleur who got called for the hook. Slash, rather. Boy, I'm 0 for 2 on these tonight, Mark. Jeez.
Yeah.
Should probably just wait for the call.
That's what I'm here for. I'm supposed to know that stuff. I'm supposed to be the one that's watching that stuff off the puck.
So here comes the Riverkings power play for the second time in this contest. As it goes off of the skate of Button.
Sure what?
Oh, they didn't put the penalty time up on the board. There we go. That's why the whistle blew. We had the face-off without the penalty time up on the board. Good catch by the ref there. He even knew how much time was left on the clock. So
Linda sleeping on the stick downstairs.
I will tell you what, that is some heads-up work there by the ref. Nice work. Here's Kupalo dishing it down to the bottom of the circle, and now Kupalo manning the point once again. Riverkings trying to set up. Swung across over to the far side. Falkei dishes down for Ian Bowman. Bowman harassed by Rosbach. Still has the puck, though. He'll return to Falkei. Shot through traffic. Missed that one wide. Karam comes back to the line, and Kupalo holds in. First 25 seconds of the power play gone. Bowman for Potter. Potter spins back at the bottom of the circle. Feeds Kupalo at the line. Swung across one-timer off the post. And then the rebound could not be settled down. Falkei got all of that one and might have dented the iron.
Very possibly. I was just saying the Riverkings have done a really good job just moving the puck around, looking for that open shot.
Here's Falkei out at center, big head of steam, dishes the puck back. Knebel able to break things up, and then Rosbach plays the puck back to the corner. Bowman across one-timer, and he hit the post again. It's Falkei. And he is abusing that far side post. Now dishing it right back down low. Falkei, look at the setup. Could he hit the post again? Tried the toe drag, couldn't get the shot on. As Knebel ran about a room.
He's going to be seeing a foundry in his sleep tonight.
I guess so. Here's Falkei.
Steele County.
Yeah, Steele County, Iron County. Usually you try to hit different posts and then the crossbar, right? Like, isn't that the game?
Yeah. Let's see if he can find the far one now.
There's Falkei with it, setting up again. Dishes down. It's going to come back to Kupalo, but the pass is out of his reach. Down to 20 seconds left in the power play, and Kupalo has to reset at his own blue line with some speed. Carrying it over the blue.
Good
Tries a
timing.
shot blocked on the way through.
Good timing. Riverkings cleared the zone.
Steele County on the charge. Rosbach in a long shift for him. He's just going to delay as he comes across the line. Backhands one. It went over your gearum as it went off of one of the Riverkings. LaFleur's out of the box. Rosbach swats it away from him as it is sent back in. Leppert, Ward meet. Shot taken. That one missed wide. Going to come all the way back to Torrager. Torrager trying to play the puck down the wall. Riverkings will stop that up. Laura Venetius rips the puck away. Fanned on it once. Trying to carry in. Has it on the backhand. Laura Venetius pass across score. Noah LaFleur, far side post. What a play by Arturas Laura Venetius. And the lead is cut to 2 with 2:20 left in this second period.
Yeah, letting Laura Venetius dance down through. Nobody really picked him up. Nobody tried taking him off the puck, and he walked in point blank and found the open guy on the backside of the net. Nothing Neil Durham was going to do about that one. So,
it was a really nice play. Laura Venetius was the one that held the line initially, stopped the puck from going out, knocking it out of midair, and then walking in. A backhanded feed across for Noah LaFleur, who scores his 28th of the season. So that is a little bit of life here for Steele County that they needed, and we'll see if the Riverkings can turn the tide right back. A centering pass in front, intercepted by the Blades, and here's LaFleur out at center. Griffin Joy will chase it on the forecheck. Tyler Hadfield on it for Steele County. A pass back out to center, deflected into the Riverkings zone. And here's Laura Venetius again. Tries to spin free from Whitehead. Feeds it back to the line. Shot. That one deflected right at the side of the net. It was Ward on the doorstep. Ended up going wide, though. It's Stiles out at center, swinging it across over for Hatfield. Down to 1:37 left in this second period. Teams both with a goal here in this middle frame. Dubel overskated the puck for a moment, then passed it off, and then turned over again. And now here's LaFleur. Nice recovery by the Riverkings. However, held in right onto the stick of Whitehead. He'll lift out to center. Bouncing puck out of neutral, held by the Riverkings. Pass ahead for Prachus. He'll backhand one in. Steele County will give chase. Steele Durham comes out of the net, rings that one around. It deflected off of a couple of players. Riverkings will get to it first. Pass will deflect off of Chech, and he'll walk in one-on-one. Chech trying to shot. A nice save made there by Steele Durham as he stretches out. Now here comes Peel with a big head of steam. One on the defender trying to get around, and a good defensive play made by Steele County. Outlet pass ahead, and now they're back the other way. It's Chech firing a shot. The save made by Steele Durham. Cleared back out to center. Turned over to Prabula. Didn't know where it was. He'll fire a long one in. Knocked aside by Steele Durham. He'll dish it off with 35 seconds left in the period. Off of the glass, back to the line. Holman unable to hold the zone. He and Tricarico meet once again. Now it's Potter chipping past Rossbach. He'll angle his man off of the puck. Rossbach trying to dish it back. 20 seconds left of the period. Big collision at the line. Riverkings able to hold the offensive zone. Potter wanted to swing it across for Tricarico, who is open between the dots. Holman looking maybe just to tie this one up here in the final 10 seconds. He's able to wedge the puck up against the wall, down to 4 seconds. Tricarico able to rip the puck free. Centering pass. Deflected and then went wide right before the buzzer. Third period just about set to get started here from Southwood County Rec Center. Here on Hockey TV, Wisconsin Rapids Community Media, Civic Media, and on WIRI. We thank you for joining us on this lovely Friday night. Matt Pena and Mark Lochner with you here for what is currently a 3-1 contest. The Wisconsin Rapids Riverkings leading our Steele County Blades. And I will tell you what, Mark, that Steele County Blade goal, 17:40, Noah LaFleur, 28 of the season. Kind of changed the feel here inside the Southwood County Rec Center.
Late in the period, less than 3 minutes left in the period. If you can get to the third period up 3-0, it's a totally different feel. I know, like I said it before, a 2-goal lead in hockey is about the worst lead, you know, because you don't really feel, you kind of could feel safe, you know, but
right. And then
it can change in a heartbeat.
2 quick ones, and all of a sudden it's a one-shot game. All right, before we went to break, you gave us a little bit of trivia, Mark. Let's hear it. The trapezoid, what does it mean?
What does it mean?
Yes.
It is the goalie trapezoid. It's in the NHL, so it is designed to curb goalies from playing the puck in the corners of their defensive zone. So a goalie is not allowed to play the puck behind their goal line unless they are within the trapezoid. So it is obviously it's kind of hard to see. It's basically an equal box behind the goal.
I think that, honestly, that rule has kind of outgrown itself. That was a big rule. They put that in. Marty Turco and Martin Brodeur, I think, were the two that pretty much made that rule happen, because they would come out and play the puck like another defenseman. But I don't know that we see that much anymore. A lot of playing the puck. Obviously can't do it outside the trapezoid, but get off my pedestal here. Glad that we don't see it at this level.
I have another one if we get a chance. That you said you knew that one right off the bat, so
I didn't. Like I said,
you get a chance.
I kind of gave you a little teaser that I'm not too fond of it either. All right, we are backing away here. First 45 seconds of this period gone. Steele County going back to work in the offensive zone. Noah LaFleur trying to pass that one across for Laura Venatius. Had a lot of height on it. Laura Venatius unable to settle it down, and now Kubalo ahead. Misses the pass on Peel, and hey, we got an icing call at 1:01 of this period.
Yeah, obviously icing was the call there. It is just odd that it's the Riverkings, but it brings the face-off back here in the defensive zone for the Riverkings. See if we can win the face-off and get here. Steele County came out with a mission. They've been playing in the offensive zone here, so
Blades initially won that draw. The Riverkings were able to send it back out to center, where it was pumped right back in by Steele County. One deflects off of Alex Precious and ends up going over the netting.
Playing with fire here. You don't want to give them a lot of momentum. You don't want to spend a whole lot of time in your defensive end if you're the Riverkings here. You'd like to get that flow and get things moving back down the other way, but got to win the face-off first.
Riverkings do have possession. Leppert back behind his own net will find Ian Bowman, who has the third goal of this contest. His 20th point in just 13 games here with the Riverkings. Great addition a month ago. Here is Bowman, revving up over the line. Backhands one across, settled down there by Hill. His shot ends up going wide. Bowman throws it right back out in front. Nifty pass, but intercepted by the Blades. Out of neutral, retrieved by the Riverkings. Backtracking, Bowman able to rip the puck away. Deposits that one back for Kupalo with a pass ahead, deflected on. Out at center, eventually the puck finds its way to Bowman. Deflects off of a skate as it bounces around now. Leppert unable to control, and finally it'll be picked back up by the Blades.
Leppert was going to try and go into the zone, but he couldn't. He had to wait for another player to clear.
It's a dangerous pass across. Steele County almost turned it right over. Now here's Leppert tying things up at the corner as he's watched by Alexander Prachis. Riverkings do have the puck again. Will feed it across for Hill. Hill across the line, far side, tried a shot, missed it wide. Puck caroms back to the line. Leppert trying to hold, roughed up by Felkovich. He'll push the puck back out to neutral. Off of the boards, Bunton deposits the puck in. Kupalo to it first, can't get it past Bunton. Leppert just had to play it back behind. A lot of pressure coming here from Steele County on the forecheck, as we would expect here with them trailing by 2. Here's Hill trying to step up. Chipped it free in the equipment of a Torrey. Finally twisted back toward the line, and now it's Falkovich revving up through neutral. Chip pass Kupalo. Whitehead had it intercepted for a moment. Then he's able to rip it away from Bunton, who tries to rip it back away from him. It's an arm-wrestling match back behind the net mouth. And eventually LaJoy comes up with the puck.
Whitehead doing the work again.
Yeah, had a very good game so far defensively for the Riverkings. LaJoy chipping around the defender, centering pass going to come all the way back to Whitehead at the point on the near side, or far side rather. He tried the shot, got deflected. Knocked away from Joy by Stiles. This puck will go out to center. Kupalo is there waiting for the puck, as Steele County would like to make some changes. Puck deflected. Kupalo able to one-hand it back out to center. Here's LaJoy carrying in over the blue line. Tries a shot. Blocker to side. Went off with a paddle as Prachis was able to make the stop. Prachis is probably going to have to be perfect from here on out. Here's Stiles. One on the defender. Jackson Stiles trying to weave all the way through. Once again, there's Whitehead there to clean things up defensively. Stiles up the wall, intercepted by Gustin. He'll look to chip around the defender. LaJoy on the take. Nifty play there to find Griffin Joy. Now it's a 2-on-2, maybe a 3-on-2 as LaJoy joins back in the rush. Here's LaJoy, shot over the top of the net. Puck bounces all the way back to the circle, and now it's Trevor Daly racing out to neutral. Daly had a stick lifted by Bryce Cooper, able to send into the offensive zone, though. Knocked down by Yildirim, rung it back over to the top of the circle. Riverkings can't clear. Gustin there to hold the zone. Gustin met by 3 Riverkings, eventually picked back up by Wisconsin Rapids. Give it over to the side for James Dubel. Reverses course over to the far side. Cooper trying to come back to the puck. Puck is still bouncing around. Eventually Mayville ends up turning the puck over. There's a shot. Didn't make it through. And eventually did fall at the top of the blue paint where Yildirim tried to cover but couldn't.
Riverkings aren't getting the bounces like they were in the first 2 periods. And I'm not sure if, some of that has to do with Steele County's picked up a little bit of the intensity here.
Dangerous pass out front. Save made by Prachis.
Just as I say it.
Right. The announcer's curse almost just bit the Steele County Blades. A fortunate bounce out front. Hogan McNeish, however, couldn't get enough on that one, and Prachis makes a big stop.
Yeah, that was one that kicked off of a skate and it was sitting out in the middle of the slot and almost really was good luck for the Riverkings, but play on.
They'll go back to work off of the face-off win, and eventually deflected back out to center by Steele County. 14:44 left here in the third period. Riverkings still leading 3-1. Set out front, they score. Laura Venatius right on the doorstep, and it is now a 3-2 contest. As Noah LaFleur forced the turnover back behind.
Yep, puck slid out from behind the net. Kupalo was trying to make a pass defensively, and the puck just didn't quite get all of it, and it bounced off the boards kind of funny. It slid out in front, and Lornavicius buried it.
Yeah, another bad break there. That's Kyle Kupalo getting victimized on the turnover. Saw that the first time around as well when Laura Venatius knocked it out of midair. So here are the Riverkings now leading by 1. And again, the tension starts to ramp up a little bit here at the Southwood County Rec Center. LaFleur trying to dance around Cupelo, throws it out in front. Yildirim ended up making a stop at the side of the net. Holman back down low. Tricarico had it ripped away by Arturas Laura Venatius. He and Noah LaFleur have done the damage twice here for Steele County. Abula able to step up and hold the line. Laura Venatius trying to pull the puck free as we've gone past 6 minutes now in this third period. Brody Ward holding things up. Sebastian Potter chops away. Can't get past LaFleur at the line. Eventually Leopard is able to muscle it back out to center. Holman was there to send it right back into Riverking territory. Tupelo up the wall. Peel, nice touch pass on, and it's Potter out at center. Potter finds Tricarico. He's got some space with a shot save made. And Precious comes up with a big stop.
Yeah, Tricarico's looking for that second goal of the night that would give him the single season lead, but unable to get it there.
Big stop by Levi Precious out of the top of the blue paint. Didn't leave a rebound. As the Riverkings try to restore that 2-goal lead. Here's Hill out front. Save made by Precious. And look at that. That one is up high on the torso, wedging it between the blocker and the shoulder. And a big save there by Levi Precious.
Yes, it was. That was a really, really good save.
Precious, who came over from the New York Aviators. He's been pretty solid in net this season for Steele County. Here's Matejchuk getting around the defense with a shot that went off of the blocker, ramped up out of play. Another nice stop there by Yildirim.
Yeah, Riverkings defense kind of ran into each other there a little bit and almost kind of let him skate in on his own. Yildirim is equal to the task.
I would assume Steele County's not doing any scoreboard watching, but the scoreboard has been in their favor here tonight. It was 4-0 Moose over Isanti again.
It's now 6-0.
Well, there we go.
At the end of 2.
Yeah, Steele County needing that scoreline to hold and then needing some help from the Minnesota Blue Hawks tomorrow, but they also need to find 2 points here tonight. Edging a little bit closer after that 3-2 goal from Arturas Laura Venatius. Folkai back to the line. Whitehead wrist shot. That one missed wide. Back to the top of the circle. Rossbach looking for some options. Just decides to carry ahead. Rossbach strong on the puck, but Bowman came back and ripped it away. Here's Dubel. The pass ahead to Falk out at center. Rang the iron twice on that last River King power play. Here's Rossbach over the line, but it will be offside. The face-off coming up with 12:33 left in the third.
Yeah, we'll see if those two post ringers. That would have been a big difference if, one of those, you're still looking at a 2-goal lead, but ifs and buts don't do you a whole lot of good.
At the time, didn't seem like a big deal. Riverkings were up 3-0 in control. That power play goal would have made it 4-0, but now here we sit at 3-2. Dropped off by Yildirim. Matisse Mayville looking to carry ahead. Gives off for Falcott, and now he tilts up through center. One hand's a nice pass ahead for Bowman. Pass in front for Falcott. Just could not get enough of it. Here comes Steele County looking to turn the tide back the other way. Falkai, nice work on the back check. It's Volkovich in possession. Swings the puck into the offensive zone just out of the reach of Yildirim. Bunton will absorb a hit. Now here's Volkovich again. Trying to settle the puck down. Centering pass. Loose at the side of the net. And under the pad, held on to. Now look out. Mayville and Volkovich doing a bit of jousting. And we'll see if anything comes of this.
I see he's pointing. It almost looked like that went off a skate, but I don't know, if the officials, they don't have the benefit of replay or anything like that, so it would all be whatever the call would have been, because that went right on goal. Yildirim was able to slam the door. It looks like he's probably matching these up, I would think.
It's my belief as well, as we had Volkovich and Matisse Mayville doing a bit of scrapping.
Yeah, I wonder if Volkovich, if he was hammering at the side of the net there a little bit, and Mayville's just defending his goalie.
He may not have liked that. So 15 yards for face masking on both of those players. And
that's my sport.
There we go.
It's what I coach anyway.
Oh, sevens are wild. 7 and 77 up on the boards. Called as delay of game on the penalties. So we'll skate 4-on-4, and we'll see if this benefits some of those quicker skaters out there. It's going to be LaFleur and Laura Venatius who have combined for the 2 goals for Steele County. What have we here? Is it a hand pass? It's a face-off that's going to come outside of the Riverkings zone. I'm not entirely sure what that was for.
What happened?
I'm wondering if they called a hand pass on that.
Maybe.
Either way, a face-off win just outside of the zone, and it'll be carried in by Holman.
I was going to say, it must have been on Steele County for it to be...
LaFleur fake, gave it back to Laura Venatius. A little too hot to handle for him. Good poke check by LaFleur to keep the puck in the zone. But eventually the Riverkings will come out, and it's Joy chipping around Prabula. Over to the far side, puck will find its way out. Leopard just unable to hold the zone. Gives off for Cupolo. 4-on-4 for the next minute 20.
Joy just got a little bit too much of the chip on that one.
Here's Cooper at center, sending it right back in where it's brushed aside by Prachis. Steele County in their own zone, looking to set up. Laura Venatius gives off for Prabula. Into the skates of LaFleur, turned over, it's LaJoy. Brushed away, but LaJoy has it again. He'll try a shot, save made. Big rebound came out. LaJoy fell down.
I think he had a little help.
Yeah, it looked like he may have tied up the skates there, and the Riverkings thought it would have been a penalty, but it's LaFleur out at center. Chance for a 2-on-3. LaFleur looking to dance around the defender. Tricarico backhanded at the side of the net by Yildirim.
In the back of the net. On the outside.
On the outside of
the back of the net.
That was a tricky little backhander there from LaFleur, trying to sneak it in on Yildirim at that near side post, but did end up on the netting. And we'll get a whistle here with 10:36 left in the third. 38 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey still remaining. Riverkings hanging on to that 3-2 lead. Here's Mosvitan. Out at center, trying to rev up. Andre Mosvitan gets around the stick check of Potter. Into the offensive zone he goes. Run out of room by Cupolo. Riverkings trying to tie things up. Eddie Gustin. He and Potter will meet. Gustin trying to step up on the wall. Potter forced him away from the net mouth. Again, Gustin doing some hard work to keep that puck alive. Chetch on the intercept at the line, then turn it right over to Tricarico. Out at center, knocked down by Steele County. Here's Mosvitan. Chipped over to the far side, was looking for some help, found Torauger. And it's Torauger across the line with Chetch. Both teams will send their man back. We're back to 5-on-5, and it's Tricarico. 2-on-2 out of center. Will Tricarico carrying in. 1-on-3, trying to chip around the defender. Got back to the puck. Was met behind by Prachis and Mosvitan, and eventually Alexander Prachis has the puck. Chipped down to center. Here's Prachis with a head of steam, and he's got Chetch with. Just in over the line. Prachis trying to dance around the defense. Cupolo runs him out of room. Chetch trying to throw it out front. Riverkings were there, though. Styles trying to keep the play alive, and the Riverkings are back out at center. Leopard leading the charge. Finds Tricarico. Shot, missed it just wide. He was trying to go to the blocker, and then a big collision back behind. Now to the line. Held in by Potter. He'll try to get around Torauger. Couldn't do that. Blades looking to turn the tide back the other way, 2-on-2. It'll be Joey Button. Tricarico harassing him on the back check, and that'll be an offside.
Well, the Riverkings are getting a little life. They've gotten a couple of good shots on goal. Or kind of stem the tide. They'll see if we can ride this back. 9:06 left. You've got a lot of hockey to play yet.
Yeah, it's funny. The complexion of this one really has changed, hasn't it? We were wide open to start the game. A lot of chances going back and forth, and it started to grind down a little bit here in the late goings.
Well, I'm sure the Riverkings, like you said, the tension has kind of crept up in the rink, and I wonder if they're feeling it a little bit too.
Out of center, Falkide gets around the defender, gives off for Bowman. He'll try to chip it back toward Falkide. Goes on net, and that one was a bit of a sneaky one toward the net mouth. Rate just found it and covered.
A little bit of a change up. It kind of just went bouncing in, not really shot. It was almost a pass that just didn't connect, and kind of handcuffed him a little bit, but he keeps it out of the back of the net.
28 shot on goal for the Riverkings, 30 the other way for Steele County with 8:48 left here in the third. Riverkings looking for that insurance marker. Here's Falkide. He shot it just wide, trying the blocker side. Well, Fleur was waiting for the puck. Ward could not get it away from Falkide. It'll be Bowman back up the wall. Bowman dishing it back, chipped away from him, and now here comes Steele County back the other way. It's Laura Venatius and LaFleur. Laura Venatius with the puck, thinking about feeding it through. Good defensive play there by Duval. And a penalty coming up here.
Steele County.
And
not sure if
probably going to be Hill now, too.
God darn it.
Yeah, it was initially a tripping call, and then Hill, after the whistle, shoved Noah LaFleur, and he got one, too.
Another penalty the Riverkings could have done without. You would have been going on the power play, and now you're just even strength again.
That's a huge break for Steele County, too, if you really want to look at it that way. As that would have at least, most likely, ate off another 2 minutes. Taking us down to about 6.5.
And offensive zone face-off. If it would have been the penalty on Steele County, it would have been down in the their offensive, in the Riverkings offensive zone.
So here's Homan back out at center, chased by Falkine onto the stick of Prabula. Now he'll try to rev up. Got Chech and Rosbach ahead. Prabula looking to set the table. Lost the handle, gives back to Chech. He'll dish the puck around. Rosbach decides to go back to the point to guard. And it's going to be Kupalo with a pass ahead, but it's intercepted by Rosbach. Finds Bowman out at center. Falkine, chance to go one-on-one with the defender. Holman. Falkine looking to spin back around. Comes back up with the puck, top of the circle, feeds it across. Missed Leppert, but he has it. Pass through to Bowman. A little too hot to handle that one. Bounces back out to neutral. Now Kupalo lost the handle on it. Rosbach picks up. No help though. Waiting for it. Rosbach still waiting. Dishes off. Shot, score! From the point on the far side, Anders Torrager. A 4-on-4 goal, and we are tied with 7:26 left in the third.
Another defensive lapse, coughed up the puck in the defensive zone, and let Steele County get things set up. Nobody pressured the puck, and we are tied.
I believe it was Adam Knebel who set up a screen in front after Rosbach dished back to Anders Torrager. So Yildirim didn't really get a good look at that one. And Anders Torrager, the third-year Steele County Blade, may have just scored one of their biggest goals. There's a backhander save made by Mosviten, and the net comes off of the moorings.
Steele County really smelling blood. It looks like they came right off the face-off center ice and just came right in on net. Riverkings are back on their heels a little bit. Let's see what they've got in the tank here. To need a spark, need somebody to make a play.
It was the 5th of the season from Anders Torrager. That is the even-up marker as it stands right now. 45 seconds still left of 4-on-4 hockey as Whitehead tries to toss that one up and ends up turning it over. Now Laura Venatius. Lost it to Whitehead. Back ahead. And here's Griffin Joy getting back behind the defense. He's got the Joy whip trying to feed it. Oh, stop made there as the defenseman came back. Now Whitehead shoots one through traffic and missed the target. Well, Holman just broke up that pass. Joy might have been better off just shooting, trying to feed LaJoy. And now it's 3-on-2 back the other way. Prabula over the line. He's got Laura Venatius trailing. Tries a shot save made by Yildirim. Cleaned up there by Whitehead. Joy dishing it back. Whitehead back behind. Down to 10 seconds left on the 4-on-4. Played up the wall. Out of center. Picked up by LaJoy. He's 2-on-2 with Griffin Joy. Shot. Didn't make it through. Joy fires a shot and it's kicked aside by Breaches through traffic. Now here comes some numbers back the other way. Prabula just tries shooting that one in. He wants to go off on a change. Chech will deposit it back down low for Alexander Breaches. Centering pass. Intercepted by Potter.
Good play.
Now Sebastian Potter out at center, skating through traffic, trying to keep the play going toward the net mouth. Intercepted. Rosbach chips past Tricarico, gets right back to it, and then got pressured by Potter, so he sends it in. Rung back toward the near side circle. Big hit applied. Riverkings have some time to try to get it back out to neutral. Leppert on the chip. Intercepted by Steele County. Carried in. Shot, save made. Rebound pops out of the circle. Leppert was there first. Up the wall. Moss Beaton gambles. He comes up to try to keep the play alive. Rosbach there to help him out. Tried the shot. Got blocked. Kupalo ahead. Trying to feed Potter. Just missed him. It'll be a foot race for the loose puck. Will not be icing. Torrager. Nifty play there just to edge the puck away from Sebastian Potter, trying to kick it back ahead. Potter's been out there for a while on this shift. Tricarico back to Kupalo. His shot, save made, and then the rebound batted out of midair by Prachis. Attempted centering pass. This is Peel, his shot. Again, that one deflected up and over the net. Picked back up by Steele County to the line. Leppert holds in, and then it's blocked. And here come the Blades back the other way, one-on-one. Alexander Prachis trying to step through traffic. Good play by Kupalo. Kupalo could not feed ahead as he was harassed by Rosbach. 4 minutes and 42 seconds left in the period. All the way down. Fulkai would win the race, but then Prachis came out. Didn't get a lot on that. Didn't have to, though. Pace picking back up at this one. Here comes Vittori. One-on-one with Leppert. Trying to pass it through for Button. That one went off of the skate of Leppert. Now loose behind in Vittori. Again, trying to set the table. Button, backhanded pass, couldn't get it through. Picked back up by the Riverkings. Ian Bowman, a lot of space down that far side wall. Bowman, 2-on-2, fires a shot. That one got deflected wide. And now it's Button coming back the other way. Teams exchanging rushes and chances. Holman got around the defender. Whitehead there to try to pull the puck away. Down to 4 minutes remaining in the third period. All tied at 3 in this contest between the Riverkings and the Blades.
Now we're back to the way we started this game, going up and down the ice.
This one kind of feels like an NHL overtime. Here's Stiles. Ooh, Steele County got to be careful. Almost had too many men on the ice. Hill working through. Save made by Prachis. Couldn't cover though. Played back up. Kupalo on the intercept. He'll toss it right back down for Fulkai. In front. Bowman trying to settle it down. Didn't get enough on it. Ended up pushing the puck just wide. Now back up the wall. Held in by the Riverkings. Get another shot. Deflected on. Save made by Prachis. Here's Bowman. Now it's the Riverkings putting the pressure on. Stiles intercepted. Fulkai turns a shot. The save made by Prachis. He'll cover this time.
There's the pressure. The Riverkings kind of came back to life here. It looked like it was all Steele County there for a little bit, but the Riverkings have really come back and had some good looks. Just haven't been able to bury one in the back of the net.
Remember what I said earlier? It was like we're taking the treadmill going from 3 to 5. I think we just went from 5 to 7. 7.5, I fall off. And then I go to the couch.
Fall off, slide off.
Fall off and sell the dang treadmill. Face-off coming up over the right-hand side of Prachis. Rung back around. Here's Laura Venatius. Goal and an assist in this contest. Pressure put on there by LaFleur. Laura Venatius trying to force a turnover, and here's Ward. Ward for LaFleur. Couldn't settle it down. Shot! Score!
Darn it.
Noah LaFleur has put the Steele County Blades ahead 4-3 with 3:02 left in the third. Steele County has come all the way back.
Another defensive zone turnover.
Yeah, again, it's LaFleur putting the pressure on Kupalo. And again, Laura Venatius, that hand-eye coordination, knocking the puck down, gave it off for Ward. Really nice pass for LaFleur, who also had to knock that one out of midair. And he sneaks it past Boreal Durham. And the Riverkings will take a timeout with 3:02 left here. And for the first time, they trail in this contest.
Well, this is one of those, like I said, that Steele County really came to play, and they're really the bounces are going their way now, and it's kind of hard to. I'm in shock. You were talking about it. I was like, this was 3-0, and all of a sudden you blink and It's 4-3.
Hockey's a funny game, isn't it? I mean, think about it. 2-0 early on in this contest. It looked like Levi Prachus was kind of shaky. He settled down in a hurry, made some nice stops, didn't spit back rebounds, and then think again. We just touched on it a little earlier. How big was that power play that the Riverkings had where Falkite rang the bar twice? In that power play would have put the Riverkings up 4-0 at the time. But
and when this all started, when the Riverkings were going to be going on the power play and took a penalty after the whistle to even it up, and that's when they got the equalizer. Just little things that, if it's a 3-goal game, it doesn't matter at the time, but then all of a sudden they put the puck in the back of the net and all of a sudden it matters.
Still plenty of time left for the Riverkings, though, as we've just gone under 3 minutes remaining. And here's LaFleur out at center. Remember, it's Steele County who's got their positioning on the line in this game, if you will. So I guess you could say, been the team that has something to play for here tonight. Where the Riverkings are stuck in that 4 spot, but there's a shot taken and a save made from Yildirim. Obviously, a lot of pride on the line for the Riverkings this season.
Yep. Well, I was going to say, now don't take another penalty.
We got some scrapping. LaFleur,
somebody's going to the.
Yeah, LaFleur has clearly gotten under the skin of the Riverkings here in this game. He's taken a couple of penalties himself, scored a couple of goals.
They are taking the Riverkings.
And with 2:33 left here in the third
now
period.
You got to kill off a penalty.
Yeah, absolutely. Nick Adamick and Wilson Anderley having a chat with their troops. John Leopard out having a word with the official. Blades captain Anders Torhager came out just to listen. It was Peel for unsportsmanlike 2 minutes. So 2:33 left here in the third. The Riverkings will have to kill off this penalty and then get to work.
Almost got to figure out a way to try and score a shorty. Take the chance. You're down 1. You've got to score.
They have some capable players out there to kill the penalty in Falkite and Hill. As the Blades will look to put this one away. 4 unanswered. They were trailing 3-0. They lead 4-3. They're on the power play with 2:17 left here. Here's LaFleur carrying in. LaFleur shot, save made by Yildirim. That net came off of the moorings. He wanted to keep the play alive, so he pulled the net back on the moorings right as the Riverkings cleared. Heads up play there. Didn't want him to leave that face-off inside the zone as Steele County tries to go back to work.
Ooh.
Yeah, Ian Bowman forcing the issue back behind. He'll spin Adam Knebel back. Knebel dishes. And LaFleur.
Steele County's content they'll stand behind their net all day if they let them. They just got to burn time.
The big thing is they don't want to make any mistakes back there in their own zone.
Well, Bowman almost got one.
There's a pass across, fed through, and now Falkite ready to race back the other way. Dishes off for Bowman. Bowman, shot, save made by Prachus. There's a shorthanded chance developed by the Riverkings. Down to 45 seconds left in the power play.
Trying to get a change in here and get some fresh legs out there. Get your Carrico out there.
Bowman was out there patrolling in the offensive zone. It is given across now. Brady Rossbach ready to carry in over the line. Does. Rossbach spins back, met at the line. Tricarico forced him back out. And then Rossbach came in offside, so we'll have to just give the puck away. Here comes Kupalo with a pass back ahead. And now they'll try to get around LaFleur, the forward back. Good defensive play. Almost turned the puck over. Now a chance for a 3-on-1. Prabula leading the charge. Came across offside. A big break for the Riverkings there with 10 seconds left on the power play.
Riverkings had the chance there. They just couldn't control that puck in the offensive zone. They had a chance there to get something set up, a shorthanded, but it went from an opportunity to almost disaster. to give up the three-on-one rush.
You're going to gamble a little bit here, down by a goal late in this contest. 43.1 left in the third period. Timeout going to be taken by Steele County, knowing the importance of keeping that puck down to our left-hand side here in this next 43 seconds if they can do so. A lot of scoring to recap for you here in the third period. All Steele County, 5:22. Laura Venetius, 12th of the season from LaFleur. 12:35. Torogger, 5th of the season from Rossbach. That was the game tire. And then they go ahead at 16:58. LaFleur, 29th of the season from Ward and Laura Venetius, brings us to our 4-3 scoreline. And by the way, Mark, we should mention these two teams are back in action here tomorrow as well. A 7 o'clock start time. And if this holds, Steele County with a chance to move into 5th.
So that means if they come back
here next weekend. They would come back here next weekend. Face off just outside of the Riverkings zone, won by Tricarico. The Riverkings will be content just to kill off the last couple of seconds and then rev it up. Here comes Falkite. We'll watch Yildirim down to the left-hand side. He's off. Going off for the extra attacker. Riverkings back to full strength as well. Here's Potter. Cycling down low for Tricarico. Tricarico feeds the line. Falkite. Shot through traffic. Save made. Rebound brushed off of the doorstep by Precious. Now all the way through to Falkite. He'll try a shot that would have deflected up and goes into the netting as LaFleur gets in front of it.
We definitely had some things drawn up. Just couldn't quite get one good save and couldn't come up with the rebound.
And a couple of good chances in front there. 14.7 left. Remember, both teams have used their timeouts. Big draw coming up here. Tricarico versus Rossbach. Tricarico's got Bowman over his right shoulder. He's there to push it free. Centering pass, loose in front. Oh, it's denied right on the doorstep by Precious. Now loose in the corner. Clear to the line. That one will go out.
And that'll do it.
Falkite trying to get it back into the offensive zone. That will indeed do it. A huge stop from Levi Precious at the end. And the Steele County Blades come back from the dead to win this one 4-3.